All right. Fine, guys. Till now we have completed how many units? I guess 3 units, right? We have completed 3 units. That is, we have seen the basic introduction part of costing, where we have looked into the theory aspects as to the definitions of costing, cost accounting, and what are the elements of cost, what are the classification of costs, and all everything. After that, we have seen what is the cost sheet and how are we going to prepare the cost sheet and the job and unit costing thereon. Also, we have seen the just we completed the process costing and contract costing, where both are the methods of costing. One is used in the construction business, one is used in the manufacturing business. So after that, we are left over with two things, basically 2 units. That is, one is material, unit 2, and in your unit 3 you have your labor and your overheads. Now material, if you see, your material, labor and overheads are the basic elements of the cost, yes or no? So those elements itself, for controlling and to know deeply about it, we have separate units. One such unit you have is your materials unit. Yes guys, tell me, what do you mean by material? Yes, what do you mean by material, guys? If someone can answer. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Things,
What do you mean by materials?
things, substances.
Okay, it is a substance or a thing. Yes, you are using your that substance for making a finished product or a final product which is in a usable condition to your consumers or the customers. Yes, so can I say the material is the basic and the necessary and the most important what do you say element of the complete finished product? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Raw material, without material you can't go and manufacture anything, right? For that purpose. Yes. So if you look into the basic meaning of a material, you can highlight the point as to material being a substance and which will form an integral part in any product. And if you see, basically the composition of any of the cost to the total cost is the 70 and 80, 70 to 80% you will have the material cost which has been included in your total cost. So this is the basic component. Now this is not a static thing. It varies from one product to the other product based on the based on how much raw material are we using or how much material are we using to the make it a final product. Are we clear, ma? So here in this unit, we will learn the how to control the material, how important is material, what are the internal things which we have to learn in the material, how do we get material, how can we send back the material, all these things, internal control systems regarding the material, everything we will learn here. Okay? Hello?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now coming to the examination point of view, guys, material is one unit where you will definitely get 1 or 2 4 marks and 2 essay questions. 2 essay questions because you have a problematic part here. You have problems included here. We have certain methods. We will look into that slowly, but understand you will get 2 essay questions for sure. And the theory part should be given equal importance in material because you have a lot of theory to be completed. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever I talk material, your material can be a raw material, your material can be a finished, semi-finished material, or your material can be a finished good, a finished material. Can someone tell me any example of raw material? Just an example of raw material. Hello? Where will I use the raw material? For what will I use the raw material? Any example as such? I want you people to talk. Okay, I have a chat. I have a message. Right. Yeah. Steel. Okay. In steel industry. Okay. Okay. What is your raw material? What is your finished product? Kanchana? What is the raw material? What is the finished product? Please, ma'am.
Raw material is the starting point,
Okay,
ma'am.
right. So Kanchana means to say, let's say my final product and my final output is plate. Okay, I need a steel plate. The basic raw material which I need for shaping it, everything is afterwards. Okay, but the basic raw material which I need is the steel, is what she's telling. Correct, correct, Kanchana. And then I have an answer from, sorry. Then I have an answer from Shivani. She's telling that we have wood. Okay, we have wood. Wood is the basic raw material for making into chair or any furniture. Yeah, for furniture thing. Yes, yes, Shivani. Is that what you told?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So these are the examples of raw material. Can someone tell me the examples of semi-finished material? Where will you use semi-finished material? I'll keep my chat open so that if anyone can answer. Yes, ma'am. What is the meaning of semi-finished material? Anyone?
Ma'am, wheat flour.
Wheat flour. No, see, I'll tell you. After you have used the, you have taken the material. That material need to be passing through any process to make it a final product.
Yes, ma'am. First, we need that wheat grains
Okay.
kind of thing. We
Okay.
make that to powder, no, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
That is the semi-finished good. Then we make roti or something out of it. No, that is the final.
Okay, so from your mind, okay, correct. See, if you're thinking the scenario, right? Basically speaking, your raw material will be the wheat, and your finished good can be the flour in the flour industry, right? That wheat flour in the flour.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you have to think that what do you say, your final output should be roti, as Ramya told me. So your flour now is a semi-finished material which already went through few processes. Now we are doing that process in the house. Yes, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
That is what she meant, right? Good, decent example. Then finished material. How can you use the product which is already finished and you are using that as a material in something else? How can that happen? Yes, anyone?
Manufacturing of wood for assembling a table.
Correct, correct. See, assembling of what, ma? What did you say?
Table.
Table, right. See, if you have any final product which is ready, okay, and you want to attach that to your table, you are using that part as an assembling part to make your table or anything a complete product. Correct, Kanchana. That is also correct. Now let's look into the things which are there and we will correlate. Okay, now look here, ma, the raw material, what I wrote. Materials entering the production process at the very beginning in their natural or raw form. The material might be appearing in the final product. For example, if you have a raw cotton, you will see that cotton on the cloth, I mean like the garment. Yes or no, ma? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that is one example for your raw material, and you have many other examples also for the raw material. Need not explain more, but come to semi-finished goods. Now, the semi-finished good example you see, ma, unpolished furniture purchased from outside and polished in the in-house before sale. Can this happen? Hello? You are purchasing a furniture which is unpolished, but you want to sell it after polishing it. So the polishing process is done in your in-house organization. Are you understanding, ma'am? Can this happen?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the semi-finished material example. So you are purchasing something from outside in the semi-finished way, and you're converting into a complete thing, and you're making selling the output of output which is coming from your process. Are we clear, ma? Now, the finished material, whatever we have, the finished materials are the products that are used in the form they are manufactured. Now, the example what we have taken is in your automobile industries, if you have to manufacture a car per se, your tires, your batteries, your engine, all these are the finished product in their respective, manufacturing sectors. Yes or no? You, in the tire sector, in tire industry, you will have the tire itself as the final product. But what are you doing? You're bringing your tire, you're bringing your batteries, you're bringing your engine. All these things are assembled now and the car is made. Are you understanding? So what are we doing? We are taking the materials and we are using the finished material to manufacture a output. Are we clear? Yes, ma'am? Anyone, any doubts? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Clear? Can I proceed? Now, as we already seen from the very beginning, your elements of the cost are again subdivided into direct and indirect. Yes. Now you need to tell me the meaning of direct material and the indirect material, because we have spoke about it, right? While I was teaching you the cost accounting theory part, also the elements of cost in basic, to be more specific. And also we have seen about this where, basically, yeah. The elements of cost we have seen. Can someone tell me that? Your
Direct materials are used directly in the manufacturing process, ma'am.
Okay, indirect materials are used indirectly? You mean to say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not directly included in the manufacturing.
It is not about the inclusion part, Ramya. What happens is, if you are able to identify the material on the final product, and it is easily identifiable, if your material what you are introducing, if it is easily identifiable on the finished product, okay, on the finished good, that is your final output, then such material will be considered as your direct material. Matlab, you are able to identify wholly or partly on your final product, then such material, whatever you have, is called as your direct material. Wood in furniture, I have a message, 1 minute. Direct materials are raw materials that are made into finished goods. For that matter, indirect materials are also the materials which are used for making finished product. The main thing which is identifiable on the finished product is the main thing which you have to understand, Shivani. See, if you see the definition here, 1 minute. Right. If you see the definition part, direct material are those that can be conveniently and wholly identified with specific units of output or product or job or contract or process operation. These become the part of the finished good itself. Now, for furniture, wood itself is the main part. Are you understanding? But for making a chair, you also need Fevicol, you also need certain nails and everything. Yes or no? Are they material? Yes, they are definitely material. But are they direct material? No, they are indirect material. Why? You are using them as a support. That itself is not a main material. Are you understanding? Guys? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no, maybe. Are you getting it, right? So the main material, whatever we have here in manufacturing furniture or a chair or a table, what happens is the wood is the main material, but the glue, the nails, if I have to use any paper to finish it, sandpaper to or sandpaper, there is that to finish it. We are using all those things also, but they are not the main material which will be forming part of the direct, the final product. For instance, I also remember you guys explaining about, I explaining about this, in the cloth, in garment industry, the cloth is the direct material, but the thread and the needle, all these things, whatever we use, the buttons, all are the indirect material. Clear? This is the second example which can be taken. Are we clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the explanation regarding direct and indirect. If you see here, indirect materials are materials though used in the production which have a small or complex consumption that it is not feasible to try to trace them to a specific product. Production supplies and materials which cannot be identified. Obviously, if I am telling that material is something, direct material is something which you are able to identify, then indirect material is something which you are not able to directly identify on the specific unit, I mean on the output as a specific cost and to be included in the output. Are you understanding, ma'am? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
See, if you have your grease, your lubricant oil, the scraps, small tools, etc., which are used in factory, these are the examples of your indirect material. Are we clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone has any doubt as to the meaning of types of materials we have seen? That is your raw material. We have seen semi-finished material. We have seen finished material, which could be used in different processes for making the output. Also, we have seen the basic meaning of direct material and the indirect material in this class session. Anyone has any doubts so far?